Hey guys, Elizabeth Quinn here again with Elizabeth's Scenes and Scents. Welcome back to my channel. Please don't forget to check out my website, which is waftingwonderfulwax.scentsy.us, where I am Liz Quinn, your lead Scentsy consultant. So today I have for you a requested video. One of my subscribers suggested that I do a video on Scentsy bars that I have regretted taking out of my club. So I'm going to broaden the subject of this just a little bit from that because I'm entitling this video The Ones That Got Away. So I'm going to tell you about the bars that I did take out of my club that I regret, even though with some of them I still have some. And I'm going to talk to you about bars that I have not ever been able to get back after I have warmed them and they haven't showed up in Bring Back My Bars or in any sort of a promotion at this point, so that I am completely out of them and I would love to see them in the future. So I hope that you find this fun, and please comment what your top maybe 1, 2, or 3 ones that got away for you are, and bars that you would love to see come back for Bring Back My Bar, or come back in any way, shape, or form, or even the scent, because I do have one scent to discuss where I have another product that came back in that scent, but I haven't seen the wax in way too long for my particular liking. So let's just dive right in with my top sob story, which is a bar that I do have back in my club, but I learned a very hard lesson from, and that is my beloved Cozy Fireside. This bar, silly me, Scentsy had this bar in the fall-winter catalog for years. I honestly think it was over a decade that they carried this wonderful Christmassy ginger, spice, and hearth type scent. It is my favorite smell of all time, truly, that Scentsy has ever made, even though it is extremely seasonal. And I was doing a club edit, and if you're not familiar with Scentsy Club, it is a special, completely free program that you can sign up for at any time on my website, or if you're working with another consultant, their website, where you can save the bars that are currently available for forever and forever after they retire or their limited time offers expire. It's a fabulous program, but everybody's got a budget limit, right? So a lot of the time you put in as many bars as you think you can afford, and then as other things come up in your life and you feel a little bit of a pinch, or maybe you just have too much wax and you're not melting through enough of it, you edit your club. So I thought, all right, Cozy Fireside always comes back, I'm good. And I took it out, and the next fall-winter catalog, it wasn't there. And really and truly, it's the only time I have felt emotionally deeply upset about something as silly as a bar of wax. I cried when this did not come back, and then I started looking for it on the black market, and I started telling everyone about it, and then eventually I started a channel. It wasn't that long after that particular retirement. I think it was right before, honestly. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it was the fall of 2021 that I became a consultant, and not too long after that I started doing YouTube videos, and it's just been amazing, and having a channel is such a blessing. I love interacting with you guys. But Cozy Fireside became my sob story, and last Christmas season, Scentsy saw fit to put it in our Scents of the Season. It is back in my quarterly club. I have probably 10 or 12 bars in my stash, and it's staying in my club for forever and forever, and I will never do that again. But the rest of these bars that are here on this table are things where a few of them, I got rid of them a long time ago when I was just first understanding club. And that's another time when you really live to regret your decisions, because you don't really think too far down the road as to how you're going to use a particular scent, or that it really isn't going to ever come back again. Now at this point, what I wanted to explain to all of you, if you are newer to Scentsy, limited time offers. I'm just going to use a bar that I did take out of my club, and I don't know that we'll ever see it again as an example. Salted Bergamot Breeze is really good. I regret taking it out of my club because I like all the water and aquatic scents, and it's just got this particular balance of saltiness and warmth and really nice water, and it's really good and strong. So these limited time collections where they do 2, 3, they used to do 5 or 4 bar collections. Now they seem to be narrowing it down more to like 3 bars in collections. Typically, you're never ever going to see that again for a Bring Back My Bar or for any sort of a promotion in the future, unless some unusual streak of sales or some whim of the people that call all the shots at Scentsy brings it back. So putting it in your club is a guarantee that you can have it for forever, but then, as I already said, your club gets too big, your pockets aren't deep enough, and you start to cut things. And so it's really difficult. Or if you have a fall winter bar or a spring summer bar where you can get it all catalog season, but then most of that catalog will retire and then it will roll over to the opposite season's scents. You have to wait another whole season cycle before you find out what is coming back. So the fall winter of 2022 will be completely different than the fall winter of 2023. There will be a lot of bars that will come back, but the personality of the whole collection and all the things that you can or cannot get will be different. Last fall winter, they really mixed it up. I want to say we lost 17 bars. It was a ridiculous number. And that was really, really hard. The things that came back were great, but it was very painful for people. One of the shockers last fall winter, I think, was Snowberry. Everybody had gotten that in their catalog for every fall and winter season for years and years and years. And I'm worried about a couple this particular coming fall winter, and I've gambled on them. But anyway, we'll get into that as we go. So first off, the bars that were in my club that I regret. And the other thing that I was going to say is just bars that before I had a club or before club existed. Some of the bars I'm going to tell you about are very old, and I know that there are bars I'm forgetting that I wish we could get back in some sort of a bring back my bar or some sort of an offer of some kind, because I couldn't even club them back in the day because it wasn't a thing. So anyway, first off in my pile of things that I really regret taking out, and I'm going to give you probably my top 3 first. These were things that I have had in my club in the past, and I just gave them the boot because with one of them, the first one I'm going to talk to you about, I just felt like I didn't love it. And then I had, 1 or 2 bars left, and I melted those later, and I thought, man, I really, really didn't do the right thing with this because I really regret not having Cozy Cabin. This bar was in the Cozy collection, which was a Christmas holiday type 5-bar cozy, just a great LTO offer. It came with the most adorable little house that these were all packaged in. So you had Cozy Cabin, Cozy Cookie, Cozy Cashmere, Cozy Spice, and Cozy Cranberry. Now, Cozy Cranberry and Cozy Cookie I could live without. I have Cozy Spice and Cozy Cashmere still in my club, and it's been many years now. But this one is bayberry and musk, and a really nice winter kind of woodsy, Christmassy, lovely, lovely scent. And it is warm, and they haven't made anything else like it. The closest thing, which is much stronger and more fall, is Rustic Lodge, which we just got back in the last Bring Back My Bar that is currently going on June of 2023. And that would have been my top heartbreak that I really kicked myself for taking out of my club, but we did get that one back. So sometimes your favorites do come back in BBMB. But because this was in a limited time offer collection, it doesn't have a huge sales record as far as how much it earned. And so there is a particular policy with Scentsy that's a little bit complicated. But bars like this, the short and sweet of it is, they just don't ever qualify to get into Bring Back My Bar. And so it's so sad that that specific one, I should have kept that in my club because I don't know if I'll ever get the chance to get it again. So then the next one is one where I took it out because performance is an issue. And I knew when I took it out that I'd kick myself, but I did it anyway. And that was Pacific Sandalwood. And with the ring light, let me turn my light off. Pacific Sandalwood. This was in our international collection, which was another one of those August 5 bar type deals. This is the most unusual bar. And with some of the ones that I'm talking to you about, I'm in region 1. And so a lot of you still have this. I think in the Australia, New Zealand region, you guys always have Pacific Sandalwood. But we don't up in region 1. So the fact that I took this out of my club, I really kicked myself. It just is a very floaty, sort of ethereal, now you smell it, now you don't, wonderful scent. It's got the sandalwood. It almost smells like there's marshmallow in here, but it's kind of woody. It's kind of beachy. It's just amazing. And this is a bar that I got in a swap from my friend Linda, and it is the last one that I have. And those are the ones that are so hard to melt because you just, you don't want to melt it because then you can't go and smell it. But you want to melt it because just holding on to it is completely silly. Anyway, these are the struggles of someone who is a wax collector. And then the last one of the 3 that would just be my top that I have currently that I want to talk about, where we've got to get this back because this is all I've got left, is Rio Beach. And I looked up the scent notes on this. This was in BBMB a few years ago. and I should have kept it in my club, but it was just one of those where I wasn't sure if I was going to love this for the long haul. It's tonka bean, it's coconut milk, and it's tropical fruit. Now, it's not fruity at all like your typical fruity tropical floral scent. It smells mostly like suntan lotion with this wonderful, sweet, just beautiful, complex scent there with just a kiss of sweetness from the fruit. It's amazing. We have got to vote this back for Bring Back My Bar. So that's another one. Those are my top 3. Like, I really, really kicked myself that I should have left them in my club. Now, other ones that were in my club, I already showed you this. Salted Bergamot Breeze. I'm not going to cry as much, but this was in the Island Days collection last year. I kept Tiara and Coconut in my club because it's my favorite. But I know when I melt this, I'm going to be sad that I don't have more. And then the other one that's in this collection, and this is one of those bars that I really kick myself for taking it out, is Driftwood and Jasmine. This is a really unique scent, and it's beautiful. But with some bars, like this one, you let it cure, and it's much, much more impressive a year later or 6 months later. And I melted the half a bar that I have with this. This is the full that I had left, and oh my gosh, is this good. And I know a lot of you clubbed this. So congrats to you that you had the sense to keep it in. It's just so hard going into the fall winter. There are so many things for the holiday season that you want in your club that the summer stuff that, you know, you're just not as emotionally connected to, you kick it out. This is so unusual. The Driftwood and that jasmine, and it is so beachy and luxurious. So this is one even more than the Salted Bergamot Breeze that I'm kind of mad that I took it out. All right, another one that I took out, and I don't regret this quite as much, but I still do, is Pineapple Coconut Vanilla, which was BBMB last summer. I got quite a few of them, and I clubbed it for a little bit. And this is just so nice. The longer that I melt this, the more I like it. So this one is fig and coconut and vanilla and pineapple. It is so unique and unusual. It's great for the summertime, but I do have hopes for a bar like this. This comes back occasionally. More than likely we'll see that in and Bring Back My Bar again, not too far in the distant future. Another one which I don't know that we'll see this again is the Cinderella Happily Ever After. And most licensed bars have more of a fighting chance to come back at some point in the future than, say, something like Rio Beach, which I don't know if we'll ever see that again. Because a lot of times they will come up with a new product to promote a particular character or a particular movie that Disney offers. So we may see her again in the future, but like Monstropolis we haven't seen in a long time. We just got Dumbo back not all that long ago. They just invented a new bar for Peter Pan, and 2, 3, 4 years later you'll probably see that come around with a new product. We see Star Wars back all the time. We see which other ones happen a lot. There are certain movies, certain characters that are just too popular, like Ariel keeps popping up, to have them just completely let go of it. So it's less of a gamble than a bar like Rio Beach or maybe a Scent of the Month that you may never ever see ever again. But this one still, I may totally run out of it before we ever see her come back. And it is beautiful. Gosh, I can't remember if it's gardenia. I think it's gardenia, frosted lemon, and forget-me-not. One of the most delicate, beautiful florals. So I have 2 or 3 bars of her, and of course I'm struggling to want to melt it. This is a bedroom scent, basically, but it's just gorgeous. All right, here's another one where it was a long time ago that this was offered, and I wasn't sure how I felt about it, so I don't know whether I clubbed this or not back in the day. I think I did, and then I decided, this will come back again for BBMB soon enough. I pulled it out. I should not have, because we haven't seen it in a while, and that is Central Park Pralines. This is a great fall-winter bar. And I really don't remember what the last BBMB was, but all I have left where this was available is 4 cubes. And I know my friend Brandy, this is one of her diehards. She loves this scent, and I like it so very much that I would really, really like to see this get voted back for our next fall-winter Bring Back My Bar round. I know that that is going to be an absolutely amazing smell. Last year, I did that in the house in an alternate warmers with Cinnamon Bear. It was just like you'd gone to the mall, and you had the big cone of the spice and sugar-coated nuts, and you were holiday shopping. It was incredible. So that is one I definitely want back. Another one, which I knew when I took this out of my club I'd regret it, is Waves and Wonders. And I just talked about this in my June melting basket. This is a kind of masculine beachy scent. with cypress, which is an unusual note for Scentsy, amber and beach grass, and it is so good. Oh, I love this bar, but I haven't seen this back for anything, and I doubt that it was enough of a seller that we will ever see it back in BBMB. Now, I have 3 bars left of pistachio ice cream. This was in my club for many years, and I think it was just this last spring that I finally gave up on it, not because I don't love it, just because my club was getting too big, and this is probably one I will kick myself about when I'm down to my last bar. This is so unique. The person who talks about this a lot is Lisa Roberry, because she's had it in her club for forever and a day. It's so good. If you love those summery, ice creamy scents, this really, truly smells like pistachio melty ice cream. It's phenomenal, you guys. With a little bit of coconut. All right, another one that I regret taking out of my club is Coconut Daiquiri. This was in, I don't know, a couple seasons ago, summer collection. This is a unique smell. It has banana, it has coconut, it has lime. And it's just different than anything else that they've ever made. And that's where most of the ones that I'm talking to you about today, they're unique. They're not something where you can go and get something similar out of the catalog ever. So those make me a little bit sad. And then another one where, oh, this particular clam is getting really bad. I'm going to have to use it. French Kiss has been back. You can see this one's getting really nasty. Not that long ago in BBMB, and I loaded up on it, and I've just gone through too many, and I wish that I could get that again sometime soon. That is the nicest sort of sultry fig, caramel, and coconut, really unusual scent. It's a low-level kind of a smell, but I'm using it in my bedroom right now, another clam, because all my clams, there's a couple left, they're just gross, and I'm going to have to use those up. So that is another good one. So bars that I have never been able to get my hands on since I ran out of them, most of them a long time ago. I've never clubbed them, but I really, really need more, would be, well, no, there's a couple here I'll get to those. The ones that I clubbed, and I'm mad that I don't have any of it. So Driftwood Bay, that was in summer collection a long time ago. I think in the European regions you guys have that or have had it recently. Cranberry and tinsel. This is the one I'm really frustrated about. Why do other regions get to keep cranberry and tinsel, and we in Region 1 haven't seen it in wax form in several years? We got it for laundry products, which was interesting, last Christmas, and I bought a bunch of it because I just love the smell. It doesn't really stay on your clothes all that well, but I want it back in wax so much. It's this really deep winter cranberry and fir. It's an antique kind of a Christmas scent. It is so good. I would love to see that back in our Scents of the Season this coming year. You never know. So then Sea, Sun, and Fun. I have been out of that for quite a while. It is the best, strongest suntan beach scent I think Scentsy's ever made. It's not so much white floral as it smells like suntan lotion and happy children playing in the sand. It is just incredible. So another one that I miss is Woolly Slippers, which was in another special kind of holiday cozy type collection. I think that one might have been the Hygge collection, where there was woolly slippers, there was like a kitchen scent. It's been so long I don't even remember the rest, but that was a lavender, marshmallow, and vanilla smell. Some people still have that in their club from way back in the day, and I hear about it occasionally. I know that that's a good one that I wish I could get. And then lime and sugarcane. I have not smelled a bar of that was fresh in so long, but I have a vague memory of it being amazing. And then another one that I only ever had one bar when I was first a Scentsy customer, before I even had a catalog or knew anything about it. I think that I had a clam of winter pine, because I remember there being some citrus and really nice, authentic evergreen scent. We have a lot of good evergreen smells, so I'm not whining. It's just I would love to smell that one again because it's been so, so long. And then a couple that I did take out of my club that I really kicked myself for are Lavender Violet and Pineapple Mint from the Life's a Garden collection, especially the Lavender Violet. It is unusual and beautiful. They haven't produced anything else like it. Some people still have that in their club, but I do not. So then I've got a few more things over here where I haven't had these in my club, I don't believe. I mean, at some point you kind of don't even remember what you have and haven't had in your club, but I've gotten them in flash sales and things. If I could get any of these to club at some point, I would do it in a heartbeat. The first one most of you don't like, and that is Amber Hollow. I got 4 of these in a flash sale last year, and I was so happy. This was the scent of the month quite a while ago. This is one of the more controversial scents that Scentsy has produced. It does kind of smell like a bottle of curry spice, but for me, this is the scent I crave every September. It's got pepper, it's got a ton of spices, it's super, super deep, and I love it. And I don't think we've ever voted it back for BBMB because it is one of those, like, only a few people like it kind of deals. Actually, no, that's not fair. This was a Bring Back My Bar. This is Bring Back My Bar packaging. What am I saying? I definitely didn't club this because I probably wasn't thinking club at the point in which this was offered last. Another one which I don't think we've ever seen in Bring Back My Bar, and we only had it for one season and then it's been in flash sales, is the gorgeous, my poor clamshell here, Pretty in Plum. And I just talked about this in a melting, what I've been warming, like weekly melting kind of a video, because we had a couple of these show up in a flash sale. So I melted one and I'll save the other. It's just fall plum bakery goodness, a little bit different than sweet plum pastry. Another one, which was a scent of the month, and at that point I definitely didn't have a club, that I got one bar of in a flash sale last year, is Pacific Daydream. This is gorgeous. I'm supposed to melt this summer, but it's going to be hard because you just want to go back and smell the bar. This is when I tried to get on the black market and it was spoiled when I got it, and I was so sad. So this has Hawaiian sea salt, it's got lime, it's got pineapple, it's got clear, beautiful tropical water. It's just unique. I love it. It's kind of subtle, but it's so good. So I would love to get this in my club at some point. All right, another one which was just in BBMB, but I'm realizing that I like it a lot more than I thought, is Quiver. I've got a couple clams left. I just used this one up in my last week's what I've been warming. And this is really sultry with the tuberose and things. This is kind of like Amber Hollow, a very controversial scent. Some people love it, some people hate it. And then here's another one that I never was able to club, but I have just a little bit left, and that is called Endless Sea. This was in the same collection, I believe, as Driftwood Bay. This is the only scent I know of from Scentsy that smells nautical. And I love it. It has a little bit of linen, and it smells like you're out on the water, and almost like it's fresh water, because I'm from Michigan. I've been out on the Great Lakes many times, and it's just so inspiring. This gorgeous Endless Sea smells like that, and I really miss it, and I wish I could get more. So this is it, and it's so old, I don't even know if I can dig any of that up from anybody else. Another one, oh, what else do we have here? Oh, another one, I don't know whether I could have clubbed this at some point or not, but I don't think I ever did, was Pineapple Sorbet. This is my favorite pineapple scent. I got this in a flash sale over a year ago, quite a stack. But when these are gone, even though it's just pineapple, I swear there's coconut in this bar. It's so much better than Pineapple Pucker, which thank God is also now retired. This was replaced by Pineapple Pucker. I like Pineapple Sorbet so much better. It's so much more beautiful. So then the last couple things, oh, here's another one where this was BBMB at one point a long time ago. I don't know if I ever clubbed it or if I just got a stack. It's called African Mahogany. I love this bar. This is a great midwinter bar. It's really rich, deep, and woody, and it's an older style scent. Honestly, if you added a lot of apple to this, you kind of would get Hemingway, which we do currently have, and everybody loves it. So take the apple out. African Mahogany is a lot like that. It's really, really good, you guys. I miss that. So then the last couple things are just bars that I don't club when their season goes away, but then I bite my nails because who knows if they'll come back next year. So at the moment, we have Cinnamon Vanilla in our catalog, but I always say I'm going to club this in the fall, and then I jam my club with so many other things that I decide, it'll come back next spring, summer. And I always anxiously await whether or not it does. So this is current, and it's another one of those, am I going to get a stack, or am I going to club it at the end of the season? It all depends on how big my club is. And then currently, because fall, winter, we'll know at the end of July when SFR comes what is going to happen, and then August the 1st, the official e-catalog should be released and everybody can take a look at what is or isn't coming back. I don't have Cinnamon Bear in my club at the moment. I did for a little bit, but I've had a couple budget crunches, and then Bring Back My Bar came. I am gambling that this is coming back this fall, and if it doesn't, I'm going to cry. I left Clove and Cinnamon in because I like that one even better. But these really classic spice scents, I don't think Scentsy's going to retire them, but come on. I already started this whole video with my Cozy Fireside sob story. I'm also worried about Autumn Sunset, which I love too. those are really old formulas. We've lost Snowberry recently. We did lose Cozy Fireside until it came back as an LTO. There were a few others that we've lost that were just really, really solid long-term favorites. Jammy Time retired. I mean, it came back, but Jammy Time retired for a while. They have Sugar Cookie on the off season right now, even though you can get that and Jammy Time in a brick. You just never know with Scentsy what you should or shouldn't gamble on. So back to what I regret the most for kicking out of my club is definitely at this point Cozy Cabin, and the one that I would just be so excited to see back that I've never clubbed would be Cranberry and Tinsel. I also miss Sugar Bells. There are a whole bunch of them that we just haven't seen in a while that I hope at some point I can add to my club again or get a stack of. So let me know what your greatest Scentsy heartbreaks or the one that got away was and why, and I look forward to reading these comments. I think this will be a very interesting video. So this is Liz Quinn with Elizabeth Scenes and Scents answering your question about what I have been the most upset with myself about taking out of my club, the ones that got away. Have a good day, guys. Bye-bye.